afternoon to everyone. What a blessing to be here today. Can you please thank the Salvation Army Band for playing? We are so grateful for them. They are in the midst of working harder than ever before to make sure that those in need are able to enjoy this holiday season, but they take care of us every day here in this community. My name is Dawn G. from Wave 3, and this is such a blessing to be here this afternoon. I hope that we all feel that. I hope that we are all grateful to see each other. So without moving, just look to your left and your right and say, I am glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you here. I know you looked to your left and your right and you didn't have anybody there. What a blessing for all of us to be together. I will be a good steward of your time, so let's begin the program. I will ask that you please stand as VFW Post 1170 from Middletown will post colors.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we talk about this building that will be here on this space, we have to remember it's not just a building, it's a community. We are responsible for that. Joanne Ginsberg, now from Robley Rex VAMC, the director. We thank her too and all the hard work that she will bring. Joanne.
So thank you, Dawn. Good morning, everyone. Thank you to those who can join us here in person, and thank you to everyone watching online. For those I've yet to meet, I'm Joanne Ginsberg. I'm the new director of the Robley Rex VA Medical Center, and I'm very happy to be here. As a lifetime nurse and a VA director, I fully understand just what this milestone means to this community. This new facility will bring a focus toward patient-centered care, modern amenities, and increased accessibility. And let me not forget a lot of additional parking. All told, this facility will provide state-of-the-art infrastructure for our veterans while fulfilling our mission to deliver the first-class healthcare our nation's heroes have earned and deserve. A project of this magnitude, of course, doesn't happen without a group of stakeholders who have been fighting for years to make this day a reality. I'd like to take a moment to recognize some of these key figures with us today. Greg Goins, our interim director for the VA Mid-South region, Colonel Kimberly Peoples, Commander and District Engineer, Great Lakes and Ohio River Division, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Colonel Eric Crispino, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Louisville District Commander. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has been a wonderful partner in this process, and today's ceremony wouldn't be possible without them. Senator Mitch McConnell, Congressman John Yarmuth, Governor Andy Beshear, Mayor Greg Fischer, District 7 Councilwoman Paula McCraney, and from the Office of Congressman Thomas Massey, Stacy Rockaway, thank you for your leadership in public office and your dedication to our veterans. Michael Whelan, President of the Walsh Group, our contractor, thank you for being here today. Dr. Michael Brennan, Executive Director, VA Office of Construction and Facilities Management, thank you for joining us today. VFW Post 1170 from Middletown, thank you very much. Great job. The Salvation Army of Louisville, Chaplain David Calhoun, I think is over here, Lieutenant Colonel Tammy Bradshaw Cook, and ARLENA Johnson. Thank you all for helping make this ceremony special. Fantastic, really fantastic. My executive leadership team, Dr. Deborah Hunt, who's been on this project since the day of its inception, Dr. Paul Stelina, Larry Roberts, and Dr. Chris Dyer. Thank you for your leadership. The nearly 2,000 employees who carry out the VA mission every day at our Roby Rex Medical Center. Without their dedication to our veterans, we wouldn't be able to provide the quality of care that our veterans deserve. And of course, I must thank the nearly 45,000 veterans of our 35-county service area. Their feedback and their health care needs have remained at the forefront of this planning process. I want to personally thank each and every veteran for their service to our country. Your selfless sacrifice and willingness to answer the call of duty is what drives me in my role at the VA each and every day. What better way to celebrate Veterans Day than to be breaking ground on the future of VA healthcare here in Louisville? And I know I didn't say that right. I had a group of veterans yesterday trying to teach me. My New York accent didn't quite say that. But they're going to teach me. I've only been here 2.5 weeks, so give me time. Kentuckiana has a proud legacy of support in the men and women who have sacrificed themselves for this nation. This new hospital is a small token of gratitude that is owed to these men and women who served. I look forward to seeing you all back here when we cut the ribbon on our new facility. Thank you very much for all being here.
I know that this is an official ceremony, but I was a cheerleader at PRP High School just about 3 years ago. And I believe in celebration and cheering those folks on that need it. That makes us feel good and be community and be connected. So as Joanne said, all of the people that work hard every day at the VA hospital to care for our military, our veterans, we should have really been screaming and jumping up and down. Okay. Because I know we know how to do it, because I see it when we cheer UK and Louisville and Indiana and everybody else. So let's cheer our veterans. Let's get started. Dr. Michael Brennan, Executive Director, VA Office of Construction and Facilities Management. Would you please welcome him?
Wow, what a great day. The sun's even shining, but good morning. Senators McConnell, Representative Yarmuth, Governor BESHEAR, Mayor Fischer, Director GINSBERG, welcome. And other distinguished guests, veterans, and members of the community. Hooah! Hooah! First and foremost, I am one of you, my brothers and sisters in arms, proud to be an Army veteran. Happy Veterans Day. I am Mike Brennan, Executive Director of the Office of Construction and Facilities Management. I'm proud and pleased to be here to represent the department and Secretary McDonough. On this Veterans Day, it's fitting to reaffirm our nation's promise to our veterans. You know, to paraphrase Abraham Lincoln's most eloquent words, just a snippet from his 1865 second inaugural address. That promise is to care for him who shall have borne the battle. Now, neither the nation as a whole or our veterans from the Civil War era could have ever envisioned what's about to be built here. The complexity, the technology, the sheer mass and scale, nor the diversity of our veteran population as it exists today compared to then. This facility is going to provide world-class capabilities, and it's going to provide that care for decades to come for our nation's veterans. Now, there's been many individuals and teams that have contributed to getting to this day, creating the vision for the project, planning it, programming it, really starting out with a good idea and carried it forward to where we stand today. This groundbreaking is an inflection point where that idea is now going to become reality, where talented engineers, architects, and construction managers are going to orchestrate and coordinate thousands upon thousands of construction activities, while skilled labor and trades are going to transform materials and their efforts to bring out of the ground a world-class medical facility. And once that facility is done, it'll be handed over to the Veterans Health Administration, who will breathe life into it as a hospital. and it will care for our nation's warriors. So today's just the start of the race, and with that, I want to issue a challenge to my team, Team CFM, and all our partners, the Corps of Engineers, Walsh-Turner, and all the stakeholders responsible for delivering this product. Let us be committed to completing this project safely, on time, and on budget. When we do this, we will have done our part to uphold America's promise. And when we cut this ribbon in not too distant future, we will be able to say with confidence and great pride that together we have done our part to care for those who have borne the battle. Thank you. God bless my brothers and sisters in arms, and happy Veterans Day.
ARLENA Johnson, Petty Officer, First Class, U.S. Navy, retired. Please welcome her.
First and foremost, good morning, everyone. Nice seeing everyone's beautiful faces. Hoo-yah to U.S. Navy, the best branch ever. So today I'm doing a speech on what does Veterans Day mean to me. It means a lot, especially what I've been through. I was just on a ventilator a year ago after my back surgery, and I was only given 6 months to live and a 1% chance to walk literally 4 years ago, and I had to medically discharge from the Navy 8 years ago. So when someone say Veterans Day, thank you for your service, that's the first thing you hear, but it's so much more to that. Being a veteran means sacrifice and dedication. When you're sacrificing, it means you're leaving everything you know from your family, your friends, routines, family traditions. You're missing first steps, birthdays, all that jazz. And when you're sacrificing, you don't realize that you're putting yourself last and you're putting this country first. You have to fulfill the mission of the United States Navy. Dedication. It's no more call-ins. When you're a veteran, there's no such thing as call-ins. There's no such thing as calling off work. You still have to fulfill the mission. So me being a veteran, I always want to say thank you for everyone putting themselves first. Putting yourself last and putting everyone first. Dedication is the willingness to give time and energy to a more significant cause. You're always going to be a soldier, you're always going to be an airman, you're always going to be a coastie and a Marine. Our dedication taught us so many life lessons, and also we put our dreams on hold to make sure that everyone else is protected in the United States Navy. Once you get out, you feel like you're lost, but you're not. You still continue being a veteran. You honor those who has came before us and after us, and you train people up. So once you're a veteran, you always be a veteran and will always be in your blood. So that's what Veterans Day means to me. Sacrifice, dedication, and being resilient. Thank you.
ARLENA Johnson, thank you so much. So much. Not just for those words, but for everything. You know, it's just so true. I've never been in the military, so, but they give so much. And I remember when we went to Iraq, my father is Air Force. He just turned 85 Sunday. And he got his uniform out. My mom and my sister and I were looking like, what is this about? We were like, Dad, why do you get that? And he said, I had to make sure I could still fit my uniform because if they call me, I need to be ready to go. I thought, you can't go up the stairs. What do you think? But that is our military, our veterans. They will give it all, and they are ready for the call. Michael Whelan, President of Walsh Group. Will you please welcome him?
Good morning and happy Veterans Day. I'm Michael Whelan, President of Walsh Construction, and I'm joined here today with Peter Davron, my teammate, President and CEO of Turner Construction. On behalf of the Walsh-Turner joint venture, and our thousands of employees across the country, we are honored and humbled to be here today on this new groundbreaking for this new wonderful facility. It is only fitting that we break ground today, Veterans Day, on this amazing facility. As we honor all our veterans and those that support them, this is a special day for us all. This world-class healthcare facility will have an enduring positive impact on the lives of our veterans for decades to come. It will provide the healthcare that our veterans richly deserve. It will provide jobs and opportunities for the local community. And as we begin the actual construction of this facility, we want to thank all of those that have worked over the past 10 years to make today a reality. As we honor our veterans, our team is committed to bringing our very best. Our team will deliver the highest standards of safety and quality, as this is part of our mission. We will work hand in hand with all the stakeholders to deliver the project on time and on budget. That is our commitment. Our teams are committed to execute this project with professionalism and respect for all our partners and stakeholders. Communication will be constant and transparent. This is our charter. For over 4 decades, Walsh and Turner have been honored to help the United States Army Corps of Engineers and the Department of Veteran Affairs improve medical care for all our veterans. We are working at VA facilities all over the country, and we are proud to be able to do our part in caring for those that have cared for all of us. Improving and replacing these facilities is important to us and all our employees. We are eager to bring this milestone project to life. We know just how much our veterans are counting on us. And the men and women who will build this facility are ready to start. We wish this team a safe and successful project. We look forward to the opening. We want to thank all our veterans for their service and sacrifices on this historic groundbreaking. God bless America.
Now we welcome Colonel Kimberley A. Peoples, Commander and District Engineer, Great Lakes and Ohio River Division, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
First, I would like to thank you, Petty Officer First Class Johnson. Thank you for your words. Good morning. What a beautiful day in a beautiful state. I want to thank you for joining us to celebrate this historic event. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is honored to be here working alongside our partners to help bring this much-deserved state-of-the-art facility to fruition for our nation's veterans. This monumental achievement is a testament to years of hard work and dedication from so many. Before our shovels hit the ground, I want to take a moment to recognize those who have helped us reach this milestone. As the commander of the Great Lakes and the Ohio River Division, I'm extremely proud of our Louisville district, whose work with our Veterans Affairs partners for more than 10 years brings us here today. Colonel Crispino, I thank you and your entire Louisville team for their perseverance, dedication to this critical project, which will serve more than 45,000 veterans. It's a privilege to represent you here today in your hometown. We partner with the VA to provide world-class healthcare facilities across the United States, and we are committed to delivering this new facility here in Louisville to serve local veterans, their families, for decades to come. To Ms. Ginsberg and your medical center team, to the VISN team, to Dr. Brennan and your construction and facilities management team, thank you for your partnership and devotion to our nation's heroes. Thank you, Senator McConnell and Congressman Yarmuth, for your efforts to secure project funding. To Governor BESHEAR and Mayor Fischer for your continued support of the project and our nation's treasures. I would also like to recognize the construction contractor you just heard from, Walsh Turner Joint Venture. an experienced construction firm poised and eager to deliver this more than 900,000 square foot facility. I know your team shares our commitment to deliver projects safely, and together we will cross the finish line strong. And today, as we break ground, I would be remiss not to mention our designer of record, URS Smith Group and AECOM, for their services and design of this truly remarkable facility. Your design will serve the needs of the hospital staff and ensure comfort and care to veterans and their family members. In the Corps of Engineers, our definition of winning is to finish quality projects on time, within budget, and safely. That is certainly what we intend to do here. We will not give our nation's heroes anything less than the very best. Finally, I would like to thank this great community of Louisville for your support. This highly anticipated mega project will change the landscape and forever impact the lives of those who sacrificed so much for our freedoms. It is our commitment to you to be good neighbors as construction progresses. As we break ground, I am convinced that the spirit of teamwork shown here today will translate into a successful project. I have full confidence in the fantastic team we've assembled, and I'm anxiously waiting to see this project unfold. Thank you all for your dedication and commitment. Army strong, building strong, together. Let's get to work.
We now have Mayor Greg Fischer, Mayor of Louisville, bringing his message. Please welcome our mayor.
Thank you, Dawn, and good morning, everybody. Standing in this field today, I'd like everybody just to stop for a moment and think of the fields our soldiers have staked their lives on taking, the hills so many of them have defended for us. And so here we are now, claiming this field for them, to build a place that will honor their sacrifices and service to our country, a world-class medical center aimed to make their lives better and longer. So now I will say happy Veterans Day, for this is surely good news. I'm honored and grateful to be part of this historic groundbreaking for the new Louisville VA Medical Center, that this long-awaited day is happening on our nation's Day for Veterans during our city's Week of Valor. Celebrating and commemorating our veterans makes it even more special. None of this would have happened without a lot of people who worked together, fueled by inspiration and tenacity and resilience, dedicated to turning this vision for a state-of-the-art facility into reality. This groundbreaking is a testament to the strong leadership of the Department of Veterans Affairs, to the state and federal elected leaders with us here today, and to a lot of strong community partnerships. And it's a testament to many individuals, veterans and their families, and the medical professionals who care for them, who advocated with unrelenting tenacity to make this facility happen. The new campus for Veterans Health Care will honor our veterans every day by providing exceptional health care for them. My team and I will continue to honor our veterans. That's why we restarted the Veterans Day Parade in 2011 and later worked with the Veterans Community Alliance of Louisville to establish the Week of Valor. It's the week we're in right now. It's a week full of recognition and services for our veterans, now in our 8th year, because one day of honoring the service of veterans is not enough. I'd like to thank John Miles over here, an Army veteran and the director of my Office of Veteran Affairs, for guiding these efforts. We do all this, yeah, let's hear it for John over there. We do all this because we know as a community and as a society, we owe all of our veterans a debt that we can never repay. But we have to always try. And the medical center that soon will rise on this field is a very, very strong step forward. So thank you again to everyone who contributed at the federal, state, and local levels on this project, situated in Louisville's District 7 and well represented by Metro Council member Paula McCraney. Thank you, Councilwoman. And to all of our veterans gathered here today and throughout our community and country and abroad, thank you for protecting us defending us and inspiring us with your service and your sacrifice. To mark this auspicious day, I'd like to present a proclamation to our new VA Medical Center Director, Joanne GINSBERG. And Joanne, you did a pretty good job of saying Louisville for somebody that's just here for 2.5 weeks, so you got a lot of potential here. I appreciate that, but here we are.
Next, we welcome our Governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Please give a little love and support to Governor Andy Beshear.
Good morning. It is great to be in Louisville this morning, and it's great to be in this neighborhood. I lived in this very neighborhood for 10 years. It's where I brought my daughter Lila home to after she was born, and that hospital told us that we had to go. This is such a great day. Along with me here is Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs Commissioner Whitney Allen and Office of Kentucky Veterans Center Executive Director Mark Bowman, as well as the Executive Director of the Cabinet and a veteran himself, Michael Brown. Thank you for your service. I'd like to thank the chaplain for leading us in such an important and an appropriate prayer, and VA Medical Director Joanne GINSBERG for welcoming us and becoming a part of this community. We are gathered here today on Veterans Day, a day set aside to honor the selfless and the brave men and women who proudly serve our nation's military forces. While it is right and good how we typically celebrate this day with parades and with events, what we're doing here today is really special. I believe that access to high-quality health care is a basic human right, but we're talking about our veterans, and that makes it a sacred duty to not only provide every part of care that's needed, but to do it in the most modern, high-tech facility where we can give them the very best and get the very best results. We saw the sacrifice and dedication of service members up close during this pandemic. As National Guard members served in our hospitals and clinics, at a time when they were overwhelmed, they walked in that door and everything changed. They lifted the spirits of our healthcare heroes up, and they made sure that everybody who walked through that door was going to get care. Our veterans, sure, they serve us every day overseas, but at the times when we need them the most, they answer the call right here on our own soil. So today, I'm proud to say that we are making good on our obligation to repay that service and that sacrifice on what will be the new Louisville VA Medical Center campus. The future of veterans healthcare is being created right here. And you know, I think it shows our appreciation with an $840 million project to give them the very best. Veterans who walk into this facility are going to walk into nearly 1 million square feet of space built to modern standards with the very best technology to, again, give them the very best care. For our veterans, this new center will provide integrated, full-service, modern health care, an environment created to enhance healing. The new center is also set to include a women's health clinic, which will serve and honor our women's veterans that do not often get the attention they deserve. Our military veterans represent the best of what we call Team Kentucky, but the very best of America. And I'm proud of the bipartisan support and leadership that helped make today happen with Senator McConnell and Representative Yarmuth. Thank you for showing that spirit. I think this shows Kentucky's and our nation's commitment to our people and to our veterans. And that commitment isn't red or blue. It's not Democrat or Republican. It's just the right thing that we are doing here today.
We are just 5 minutes away from breaking ground on this new facility. As Colonel Peoples said, we will not give our nation's heroes anything but the best. I know we are about 5 minutes away because we only have 2 speakers left. Will you please welcome U.S. Representative John Yarmuth.
Good morning. Thank you, Dawn. You know, one of the problems with events like this is This is a saying that we have in Washington, that everything's been said, but not everybody's said it. So here I go. It was, this is an incredibly remarkable day for our community, for our Commonwealth, for our region, and for our country. And this started just by coincidence in the middle of my first campaign for Congress in 2006. That's when the VA announced Louisville was going to get a new hospital. So here we are, 15 years later, finally breaking ground on that new hospital. It's been a top priority of mine for those 15 years, and I'm thrilled that we are finally getting it done. This project has won support from multiple presidents from both parties, Congresses with large and small majorities of Democrats and Republicans, and 2 Louisville mayors, which is a lot, as you know. I mean, Mitch and I, we rarely show up in the same settings. Sometimes a U of L game, we're both U of L fans, but we're here because we understand the incredible importance of this facility to our veterans. I believe that government is the way we organize our responsibilities to each other. And there are no more important responsibilities than caring for those who put on a uniform in support of our country. This may not be government at its fastest, but it is government at its finest. And I am so proud that we will be able to facilitate the finest possible medical care for those tens of thousands of veterans in this region who rely on the VA for their health care. I want to thank everyone in this stage, in this tent, for the contributions they've made to getting us to where we are today. I want to thank Director Ginsberg and the entire staff of Robley Rex for their efforts. You've not always had the newest facilities, but you've never lacked in the dedication of serving our veterans. And because that's, at the end of the day, what this is all about. Men and women who served our nation, who raised their hand and said they would work to protect the freedoms we enjoy as Americans. We know we will never be able to fully repay that debt, but at a minimum, at a bare minimum, we can guarantee the best healthcare services on the face of the planet, and that's what this facility will do. Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans. Thank you for your service, to your families, both active duty and retired service members, and all of our military families. Your shared sacrifice is what makes our nation strong, secure, and free. We remain forever in your debt. Thank you.
We welcome our final speaker, and again, we thank you all for being here. U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell.
Well, as John indicated, others have said it. It's been a long time coming. 4 presidents. John was, as he indicated, running for his current office the first time, and now he's announced his retirement, and we're finally getting started, John. Look, as others have said, I can't think of a better way to spend Veterans Day than to be here with all of you and celebrate finally getting going here. Just to give a little history of Veterans Day, it was first started after World War I, which actually bears a special significance for this groundbreaking ceremony we're having here today. We named the facility after Robley Rex. He was one of the last surviving veterans from the World War I era, a fascinating man that we all got to know extremely well. Over a century ago, Robley bravely put on his country's uniform, left his home in Christian County in our state to patrol the hills of France in the aftermath of the First World War. After he left the Army in 1922, he returned home and began volunteering at the Louisville Veterans Medical Center. And listen to this, he would go on to dedicate over 14,000 hours to care for his fellow veterans. He volunteered right up until he passed away. Listen to this, in 2009, he was 108, one of the last survivors of World War I. This remarkable story is similar to that of many Kentucky veterans. Like Robley, they wore the uniform, left home, defended our freedom in far-flung places around the globe. And like him, many of them returned home to Kentucky to care for their fellow heroes. That legacy of service, passed down through the years, is the basis upon which our whole VA system is built. Just a few weeks ago, I welcomed a group of Kentucky veterans from another generation to Washington. Through the Honor Flight program, these World War II, Korea, and Vietnam veterans were able to visit their memorials on the National Mall built in their honor. As the son of a World War II veteran myself, I've always appreciated any chance I get to meet with these heroes and listen to their fascinating stories. During our conversations, I was reminded of the immense debt of gratitude we owe to these brave Kentuckians and to those who never made it home. They sacrificed everything to protect our great country and our way of life. While no government program can fully repay the great debt we owe, by breaking ground on this project today, we're taking a meaningful step toward fulfilling our sacred obligation to our nation's heroes. Now, as John mentioned, and as I mentioned, regrettably, that repayment has been many years in the making. This took way longer than we had hoped. But rather than dwell on that, we celebrate that we finally are beginning after all these years, 15 years ago. But the hospital will open at this site, as others have said, will be much more than a long overdue update. It will soon provide the revolutionary 21st century care that our nation's heroes deserve. The Women's Health Clinic will deliver specialized services and dedicated spaces to the ever-growing population of women veterans. It will reaffirm Kentucky's status as one of the most military-friendly states in our country. It'll help cement Louisville's reputation as a national leader in cutting-edge medical technology. As the Senate Republican leader and also a ranking member of the Appropriations Committee, I've proudly stood alongside this project's supporters and our veterans since day one. I've worked with 4 different administrations to ensure this new hospital remained a priority at the highest levels, steadily providing the funding needed to make today's groundbreaking a reality. So here we are. So to all the veterans, VSOs, VA employees, and local leaders, thanks to everybody, as others have said, for all that came together to finally get us going. I deeply appreciate your tenacity and commitment to the new facility. Joanne Ginsberg, welcome to town. You soon will master the pronunciation, although you will find that there are at least 3 or 4 different ways to do it, all of which are acceptable. Today and every day, I'm grateful for the service of our veterans, and especially the 300,000 Kentucky veterans that we have. Thank you so much, and let's get about it.